The story of Seaman Abbas Haruna is one of deep emotional conflict, injustice, and courage in the face of overwhelming power. Abbas was a committed naval officer in the Nigerian Navy, serving his country with honor. But one fateful day, his life took a drastic turn that would trap him in a nightmare lasting more than 6 long years. It all started when Abbas, a man of strong faith, decided to gather his fellow soldiers for a prayer session. This act of kindness, a moment meant to lift the spirits of his comrades, would unfortunately become the root of his suffering. Lieutenant Colonel Muhammad S. Ademo, his commanding officer, was furious. He accused Abbas of defying orders by organizing the prayers without proper permission. From that moment, what could have been a minor issue spiraled out of control. Abbas was not just reprimanded, he was locked up. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and soon, years went by without a trial. For 6 long years, Abbas was held in detention, completely cut off from the world and his loved ones. The punishment seemed horribly out of proportion to his supposed crime. His wife, Mrs. Hosseina Haruna, was left heartbroken and desperate, struggling to understand why her husband was treated like a criminal for such a small offense. The suspense in this story lies in the cruel uncertainty. Every day that passed, Abbas's fate remained unknown. Would he ever be freed? Was this punishment a result of a personal vendetta from his superior? These were the questions that haunted his family and supporters. Then, after years of silence, Mrs. Hosseina broke her quiet suffering. She courageously went on national television, the popular Brigitte family program, to tell the world about the injustice her husband faced. Her words struck deep into the hearts of Nigerians. With tears in her eyes, she recounted how Abbas had been tortured, how his spirit was crushed, and how he had begun to lose his sanity due to the harsh conditions. The entire nation listened in shock, as it became clear that this wasn't just a story about one man, but about a broken system that failed to protect its own. The emotional pain didn't stop there. Mrs. Hosseina shared that Abbas had once been threatened by Lieutenant Colonel Ademo, who allegedly vowed to kill him. Was this true? Was Abbas's life in even more danger than anyone had realized? The tension grew as these shocking claims added a dark layer to the story. Public outcry followed. The Northern Elders Forum, NEF, a group of influential leaders, condemned the actions of the military. They couldn't believe that a soldier, who had done nothing more than pray with his peers, was subjected to such cruelty. They questioned the very heart of the military's values. How could an institution meant to defend the country betray one of its own? As more people spoke out, the Nigerian government was forced to respond. The Defense Headquarters, along with the Minister of State for Defense, Bello Matawalle, announced an official investigation into Abbas's case. This brought a glimmer of hope to his family and supporters. But the question still hung in the air: would justice be served? Matawalle promised that the government would uncover the truth. He reassured the public that the Nigerian military was built on principles of justice and fairness, and any wrongdoing would be punished. The military was expected to uphold its reputation as a guardian of the people, not as a force that mistreats its own. The investigation gave everyone a brief moment to breathe. But even with the government's involvement, the conflict raged on. Abbas's health had deteriorated during his long detention. Reports surfaced that he had lost his mental stability, with signs of trauma from the years of abuse and isolation. His wife feared that if something wasn't done soon, Abbas would never recover. This story taps into the subconscious fear of being trapped in a situation beyond one's control, a fear shared by many. It also awakens a strong desire for justice. Watching Abbas's story unfold is like witnessing a battle between good and evil, where power is misused and those who should be protected are left to suffer. The final question remains: will the investigation lead to Abbas's freedom and restore his dignity, or will this be another case of injustice swept under the rug? Nigerians are waiting with bated breath, hoping that the military will do what is right and give Abbas the justice he deserves. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more great content. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next video.